Welcome back to Nothing Fancy. I'm your co-host, Joanna.
And I am your co-host, Jaden.
You're welcome for that little song at the beginning, guys.
We're releasing an album soon. Get ready for it.
Ooh.
We're going to go on a world tour after COVID because we're smart.
Yes.
And we're not going to be, doing anything stupid.
No,
Only going to be selling probably about 30 tickets at about $5,000 a piece. So if you're able to afford it, if
only
you pass
the
the vibe
elite
check.
can come. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't.
Period.
Like I don't even have the vernacular to explain it. Like, if you know, you know. Like, either you get the vibe or you don't get the vibe. I hate that video so much, bro.
Oh my god.
So for this week's news of the week, drop the bass now. Week. Oh my god, this is so chaotic. Anyway,
I was gonna do a beat. I'm gonna start beatboxing for y'all, but I don't think
down,
y'all are ready for my skills.
So for this week's news of the week, Demi Lovato and her mans have called it quits, according
Cut
to
it
all
off.
the outlets or
And
whatever.
her.
Huh?
And her. She said something on Instagram.
Oh, I said they've cut it off, and then you said and her after the fact, and I thought you said like she cut her own self off, and I was like, wait, is she okay? Do we need to call an ambulance?
I don't know.
Really I was confused for like 4 seconds. So there's that. Me and Joanna called this a long time ago. We knew this wasn't going to last, unfortunately.
Right.
And before you guys are like, oh, you guys just like put it out into the universe and you guys like did this to them, that's why they didn't last. No, we just knew from the beginning.
No,
it was an
sweetie.
Ariana and Pete situation.
It was clear.
It was
okay?
clear from the beginning.
She was moving too fast, and
he was moving too slow.
She just recovered. Okay.
Just recovered.
So they shouldn't have got together. Not saying that if you recover quickly that you can't get in a relationship. I don't know how that works. I'm just thinking maybe you should take a minute. That's all I'm saying.
A little breathy breathe.
We didn't plan that.
That was not planned. Anyways, also hi to the people who are watching us. Hi, how are you? You're cute.
Thank
Wow.
you. You aren't.
No,
I'm
thank
just kidding.
you.
I'm just kidding. You're very, very cute.
You said no, thank you. You are. Is that not what you said?
I said, oh, thank you. You're not.
Oh, I thought you said you are, and I was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah. So when you said thank you, I was like, what the fuck?
You're like, wait, why did you say thank you? I just insulted you, bitch.
No.
The other piece of news is Trump paid $750 in taxes.
Apparently, just 750.
Not 750K, not 750 milli, 750, and that is it. So, long story short, he's poor. I paid more in taxes than Trump, so there's that. So if that gives you any idea of how rich I am, I'm not.
He's not.
Trump is below me, and I actually feel really good about it now. So, what is there to explain?
I have to burp again.
Don't do it into the mic this week. I can
Did
mute
I
it.
before?
Well, you
I
didn't
already
mark.
burped.
Oh, I can mute it next time if you'd like. But remember, we discussed this, that I have to remember to turn it back on.
So she said.
I have to remember to turn it back on, otherwise we won't have an episode.
Yeah, let's just not touch
Maybe
that.
just don't.
Can you plug my phone in? It's at 20%.
Can I plug your phone in?
Yeah. And don't look at any of my messages.
What's your password? I always forget your password. Don't tell me on air, obviously.
Well, it is. Just kidding.
My password is, my social security number is.
Oh my god, I almost said it.
I don't think I have any other news. Did I have any other news? Is there anything I'm not thinking of? Oh,
No.
Last week's episode of the podcast, The Wine Time, went up super late, y'all. Sorry about that. We struggled with Filmora. Not we, me, I. It was not. I struggled with Filmora. It literally, let me start over, okay? It wouldn't load, like, at all. And every time I was trying to put, like, literally anytime I went to go click on anything, it would just, like, start loading. And I was just like,
It did that
is
with
this
me.
a joke?
Yeah.
I literally, like, lost my mind for, like, 4 seconds. I was like, I'm going to jump off a cliff. This is whack.
As soon as that started happening on mine, because it would happen a lot, I'd go immediately to the save button, and I'd just wait while it was saving.
I would,
then
like,
I'd just turn it off.
I literally was, like, kind of freaking out a little bit, and I was getting really irritated. And so then, like, at one point last night, I was up till 3 o'clock trying to, like, get it ready. AM, by the way, not PM. I was already awake at PM. So
Did you? I was stood up. I stayed up all day. You know,
all day and
like
all night.
a normal person.
Like a normal person should. And I was like, okay, I can do this. I got this, right? I'm a bad bitch. I got this. Psych. And I just had to give up. I was like, no. And so I saved it where it was at, and I just, like, turned off my computer. And even, too, I was like, okay, maybe it's just because, like, I was like, what if it's because there's so many episodes on, like, because the episodes are so long and they're filmed and it's the audio. So I imagine that's probably taking up a lot of space on my laptop, making my laptop slower. So I grabbed my freaking hard drive, my hard drive, and I plugged it into my laptop, and I'm, like, transferring crap over, deleting stuff from my laptop. And I think it helped a little bit, but, like, not by much. So we'll see what happens. So there's that. So yeah. But for this week, we're gonna be talking about our first time. Let's hold hands as we say our first time.
Ooh.
Ooh. Give me that other hand. Our first times. Give a little shimmy while we. Our first time.
Mine are moving.
Oh, wait. You're what?
My boot.
Oh, I all I heard was.
Mine are moving.
I heard men are moving, and I said, "Are they?"
They said we don't want that.
I was like, maybe they should stop. So yeah, so for this week we're gonna do our first times. We are super excited, but if you'd like to watch the filmed version of this, you can watch it on our YouTube channel, Nothing Fancy Podcast, and where you will enjoy that. You can see our beautiful faces. Hi, how are you? And yeah, it'll be super good and fresh. I had a list.
This is the most color you'll ever see me in. I just want to say that.
I really love this hoodie on you. I'm not kidding. It's like.
Did you hear me when I said this was Nadia's?
Yeah, no, I know. Steal it from her.
Mom,
is she gonna take it back from you?
No, she didn't wear it. That's why my mom gave
perfect.
it to me.
So
my mom was like going through their stuff because she was cleaning her room, and she had like shorts, and I was like, whose shorts are these? And she was like, those are Nadia's. I was like, these are not Nadia's, because they looked my size, and they were my size because I put them on and they fit.
You're like, these are not Nadia's.
And she was like, they were. And then I asked Nadia, I was like, were these yours? She was like, yeah, but I didn't wear them. I was like, by the way, Nadia is my
little child sister.
Going to be 12-year-old sister.
That's scary.
Okay.
Kids grow up so fast. Like, this is so. It sounds so dumb, like, when you hear it when you're younger. Like, oh, they grow up so fast. And I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up.
Right.
But
or
then,
anytime they're talking about you,
right,
you're like, shut up. But, like, in reality.
But, like, even, like, with my little brother, like, he's, like, 5 now, I think. And, like, when I think about that, I'm just like, there's no way.
I know.
Like, there's no way that it's been that long already. Like,
I know.
It literally, it's bonkers, bro.
It's crazy.
Is he actually 5? Hold on. I'm like, I don't even know how old he is. Okay, so the first question is, are you ready?
Yeah.
So, what was your first car?
Ooh, my first car that I drove?
No, that you crashed. No, I'm just kidding.
No, yes. I'm saying, like,
sorry, I'm drinking a beverage. And it's not alcohol, just so we're clear. I just said beverage.
Lemonade.
It's a peach lemonade. It's from Wendy's. I was thirsty and I got a beverage and a food.
Nice.
Just one.
First car that I had. I asked because I had a car, but I didn't have my license, so they gave it away.
Whack.
And I got a new car.
Whack.
So that's why. I also didn't really like it.
So what was your technically new car as your first car? When
I drove it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a red Saturn, I think.
Oh, what year?
Probably 2003, because they were all 2003.
Cute. Mine was my Chevy, a 2002 Chevy Trailblazer. and she got in a car accident. Sorry, I can't lean back. I just realized that. Otherwise, I won't be in frame. I just like thought about it. I was like, I'm already barely in frame as it is. So if I lean back, just like watch me disappear. Just like
It's literally just your arms and your hands. You're just like
just not even there.
Mhm.
Yeah, so my first car was a Chevy Trailblazer, as you all know. And if you want the story time of how I got in that accident, I almost died. No, I'm just kidding, I didn't. But
Isn't
it wasn't my fault. Huh?
Isn't it on your YouTube?
Yeah. That's what I said. If you guys want to go. Oh, youtube.com/JadenRosen.
You're welcome.
Sorry. Thank you for the plug. Wow. youtube.com/JadenRosendo. I said it really quickly, so I didn't really like enunciate the words. Also, I got new headphones, y'all, and now I can hear things. I'm hearing things I never heard before because those other headphones were whack.
Yeah,
so like now
those headphones weren't working.
Those headphones, those I can't. Those headphones were whack. But I can hear now, and it's really great. For the first time in forever, I can hear your voice through the microphone. Okay. Next one. Who was the first person who you cared more about what? Who you could know who no do would. You wish you could know who do. Who was the first person?
Bro, I thought you were really reading that.
Oh no.
I was like, that's what they said?
You're like, can you repeat the question?
Dude, I was trying to process in my head. I was like, what?
If you could, who do you know who no do? Rat-a-tata. Okay, I kind of don't even want to read this one because I literally can't figure it out. Who was the first person who you cared more about their well-being than your own? More than your own. That's what I'm assuming they're trying to say.
Okay.
I'm leaving this website. We're going to a different website. This is
we
whack.
just look up first time tag pingies.
This one has to be better. This one looks more professional. Okay.
It looks more professional.
What's the first app you check when you wake up in the morning? Mine is TikTok and Twitter.
Oh, like social media?
Mm-hmm. Any app. It can be a game app too.
Well, I usually just turn my alarm off.
That doesn't count.
So that's what I'm saying. Netflix, because I watch it while I make my breakfast. Usually.
What do you watch?
Right now I'm watching Sister Sister.
Sister, sister.
I've been singing that around my house and they want to kill me. Because I just sing the Sister Sister part.
Just that.
The Sister Sister, that part. They hate me.
Ever since I found out that was going to be on Netflix, I literally just like, I kept singing it like that for like a good maybe 3 or 4 days straight.
See, we're the same.
It's kind of catchy, you know?
Yeah.
Once you like know, like, I just remembered it from my childhood and I just knew that that's what it was. And I was like, sister, sister. And I just enjoyed my life and everyone hated me. So, I mean, nothing new, but whatever. What was your first makeup item? I don't even know what mine was. I think mine was... Actually, I do. Mine was the James Charles palette.
Oh my God.
And I got the foundation and stuff because of that. Because that's when I started wanting to film makeup videos. So James Charles, wow. You should feel very lucky, bro.
Mine was clear mascara.
Clear mascara?
Because my mom wouldn't let me wear makeup. And India had clear mascara. She was
I'm
like,
sorry.
You can have this.
Clear mascara?
Yeah. It makes your eyelashes look bigger, but they're not clumpy.
I like this. Can you get me some for Christmas?
We'll see if they still make it.
Like, I think they did a recall. Something about people's eyes going blind or something. I don't know. It was weird. Oh. Baby.
We're both struggling right
We are
now.
really struggling. First time I got into trouble at home and at school. I immediately thought of your story.
I have a story. You go first, my love.
I don't know. I think the first time I got in trouble at home, I have no clue. I was obviously a child, so I did, kids do stupid things all the time. They don't know things are wrong. So I got in trouble. So I just got in trouble, I think a lot. Not a lot, but I was usually doing something wrong that I didn't realize was wrong. As for school... it wasn't the first time I'd obviously been in trouble at school because I'd be like elementary, but like I think the first time I had ever like technically really gotten in trouble at school was when like I told a teacher off in high school, and like my mom was like kind of upset about it. There was also the time there's this website called Edmodo that like it's almost like the teachers called it like Facebook but for school. And my freshman year of high school, I used that because everybody was like asking me. I went to an all boys school my freshman year, and everyone was always like, "Jaden, are you gay? Jaden, you're gay. Are you bi?" Blah, blah. I came out on there, a school website, and I like made a post, and I was like, to everybody who let's pretend I have a keyboard. To everybody who keeps asking, I am gay. This is me telling y'all, please stop asking, blah, blah, blah. I don't understand why it matters, blah, 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 all this other shit. And, like, you could only type so many characters. And so, like, I had to, like, shorten some of it using, like, text lingo to make it shorter, whatever. And so it wasn't like I could just, like, make one post and, like, everybody in my grade or whatever would see it. No. You had to, like, post, like if you wanted to make a post you had to go to like different classes to make the post, so I copied and pasted it to like 3 different classes, and then the next day I was at school and I was like leaving the classroom, and one of my teachers, bless her heart, I love her to death, her name, I'm not gonna say her name, I will say her last name just because the last name is a very common last name. Anyways, her last name is Cole, and so I was like, yeah, like, what's good, Miss Cole? And she was like, okay, so like, did you make this post? And I was like, yeah. She was like, okay, I would say maybe like don't make that post here, but like also I'm super proud of you, and so like if anybody tries you, like let me know. She's like, I don't give a crap and a half if you are striped, polka dot, gay, straight, bi, like whatever, like I want to be able to support you through like whatever I can. And I was like, thank you so much. And then my other teacher was not that understanding, and she went to the principal and told the principal, and and then the head of like the guy who like owns the school came in, and we used to have like these Friday meetings. And he at one point during the meeting was like, he was like, and apparently students think it's okay to use school websites to come out, and literally everybody in the cafeteria turned and looked at me, and I was just like, oh.
You were like,
don't look at me.
You're like, this was the most convenient.
And I was like, y'all kept asking me stupid ass questions that y'all ain't got no business knowing.
In school, so I thought I addressed it on the school
website. And in my head, I think at that time, I really had the idea in my head of being like, okay, like if you want to say my name, you want to talk shit, say my name. Like if you like, I know you're talking about me. We all know you're talking about me. Just say my name. I thought about it, but then I was like, I'm not gonna be a problematic ass bitch, so I didn't say it. God. So yeah, that was mine. I already know what yours is though.
Okay, so I never got in trouble a lot because I'm scared of my mom. She knows that, and this is also this. This is the reason. This is the first and only time that I got in trouble for my own fault, if that makes sense. And it never happened again because I was so terrified. Don't know why I did this. I just did. Literally nothing prompted me to do this. No one told me anything about it. I didn't see anything about it. I was just like, I'm gonna do this. So in the first grade, the teacher was checking homework or something, or checking a project that we were doing in class. And I was waiting. And the whole time I was waiting, I made up this lie in my head. Don't know why. I just made up this fucking lie in my head. And I get up to her, and she's checking my paper. Also, I brought this up unannounced. I was like, did you know I'm adopted? And she was like, what? And I was like...
Unannounced.
She's like, did you know? I was like, did you know I was adopted? And she was like, oh my god, no. And I was like, yeah, mind you, she's not asking any questions. She's just like, oh my god. No, I'm telling her, I'm just spilling this fucking lie. I was like, yeah, my real parents died in a car accident when I was a baby, and my parents now adopted me. And she was like, oh my god, she's legit getting like, oh my god, I'm
like,
so
you're like
sorry.
a kid. Like, you are a little kid coming up with this extravagant ass lie.
Grade. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was like, it's okay. I was a baby. It didn't really affect me too much. You know, I love my mom and dad now. Oh, this bullshit. Okay. Oh, that scared me.
That scared me too.
And then also said that, never spoke of it again. Didn't speak of it to her, another student, another teacher. I didn't tell nobody. It was just her. Then I forgot it. I was like, wow, you know, had a good time. Then parent teacher conferences come. Again, I said I forgot that I told her this. And the first thing out of her mouth to my mother, the first thing is, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear about what happened to Joanna's parents. And I'm like, oh, my heart drops in my fucking ass.
Because you, like, forgot about the lie.
Yes.
And you were just like, oh,
shit. I forgot about it. And I'm like, oh, no. And my mom was like, what? She was like, Joanna told me that her parents died in a car accident and you guys adopted her. That's so great. And I was like, oh, no. And my mom's like, looks at me and she's like, I'm her real mom. And she was like, what? And then they both look at me and I tears and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I made this up, I don't know why, I'm so sorry. And then I got in trouble with my mom, obviously, and she, like, I didn't get in trouble with the teacher, but she was like really disappointed, you know, when they tell the kids that and make them feel like shit. And then that weekend when I went with my dad, my mom goes, you know what your daughter did? And I was like, oh my God, no, don't tell him. She was like, she told the teacher that we died. And then my dad was like, do you want us to die?
Do you want us to die?
Do you want us dead? And I was like, no, I don't know why I did it. So I've never gotten in trouble since.
Well, I'm so proud of you for mustering up that ridiculous lie.
I don't know what came over me.
You know what's so crazy? I don't know why kids do it. But kids are so weird.
I
like,
know.
We literally come up with, like, the most random,
literally,
like, out of the, like, literally outer space level crap.
And, like, growing up now, like, when I'm with, like, little cousins or, like, when they were growing up, they be saying the weirdest shit. And I'm like, where the fuck did you come up with this? Meanwhile, I did the same thing.
You're like, why would you even, like, come up, like, why would you say that? And you're like,
I remember
I did it.
I remember there was this girl in middle school who was lying about being adopted.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, who the fuck lies about that and all this stuff? And my cousin goes, yeah, Joanne, I wonder who would lie about that.
Who lies about that?
And I was like, oh, I was a child.
You're
so
like, first of all,
I get a free pass
you're
for
like,
that.
mind your business, ma'am.
Did not have to come for me. Thank you.
Every time, the first time she told me that story, I literally, like, I think I was laughing so hard I started crying because I was just like, I could not believe. And, like, as it kept going, I was like, oh, there's no way that this can get worse.
Okay, so he had his AirPods in, and we were at Starbucks. He went to the bathroom, and you know how people, like, type things out on the AirPods?
And like, it was like the like, text-to-speech thing or whatever.
And I wrote out the story to him while he was in the bathroom.
I don't know that I've ever been that weak in my entire life.
I know.
I hate you for that.
You're welcome.
And also, I'm glad that your parents are your real parents and not your adopted parents.
So are they.
Because
I don't know.
I can only imagine, like, as a parent, though, like, later that night, like, after talking to you, I can really only imagine, like, what they were thinking. They're just like, oh my God, whatever.
My mom was like, she tried to kill us off. I'm like, I didn't know. I don't know why I didn't
know.
I wasn't a sad kid or anything. Like,
right.
Nothing was wrong. Like, I didn't want them gone. I don't know why I did it.
You just did it just because?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I want gone?
What?
I don't know. But what I do want is our sponsors. So, welcome,
really
sponsors.
segue.
A word from our sponsors. This episode is sponsored by Anchor, which, if you don't know what Anchor is a free podcasting platform that helps you get started with all your beautiful podcasting needs. Let me explain. First of all, it's free. Definitely free. 1,000% free. 1,000,000% free. Free 99, except minus the 99 cents. Okay.
And there is a creation tool that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. So it makes it really easy, really simple, and really accessible. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, literally so many platforms, and they do it all for you. And I know that was something that was super important to me and Joanna because it really stressed me out. And when I tried to get on Spotify, I couldn't figure it out. And then the next day, I got an email from Anchor. They're like, we already did it for you. I was like, wow, thank you for taking the stress off of my back. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. I feel like I should say that one more time. No minimum listenership. And it's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Again, download the free Anchor app off of the Apple App Store or go to the Google Play Store or go to anchor.fm to get started. Thank you, Anchor.
And we're back.
And we are
Thank you,
back.
sponsor.
Hi, and we're back. We just got word from downtown.
Apparently nothing, because he has nothing.
No. What's that, John? John, you're breaking. John, can you hear John?
I'm getting nothing.
I'm good. Oh.
Oh.
John.
Still nothing.
Breaking news.
Oh.
It is breaking news. Trump is whack.
We're so stupid.
Anyways.
On to the next one.
On to the next one. Your first plane ride that you ever went on. I know mine.
Yeah.
Mine was when I was a wee little tot. I don't remember the first one. I'm sure I went on a plane when I was like a baby, but the first plane ride I do remember was when I went to Florida at 8 years old. And that was a really fun trip. We went because my grandfather lived in Florida. And so me and my sister went in 2008. I was 9, sorry. And so we went to Florida to see him, and he took us to like Disney World and stuff like that. But when we went there was this really sweet kid that we sat next to. He was probably about my age, and he was literally the nicest kid I've ever met in my entire life. And he talked to us the entire time and like was super nice to us. He gave us candy, like literally like my age, and like he was just so nice. And he like I literally wanted to like. I wanted to be.
Drooling.
I'm drooling. I wanted to be his friend. I was like, he is literally the nicest human being on this planet, and I was like, maybe like I'll get to be his friend. Like, and for some reason, like when you're a kid, you don't really conceptualize like how big and or how small certain like places are, like states and stuff. And so, I was like, oh my god. And I think the reason why that is because like sometimes you'll go somewhere and like you'll see people like you know for a fact that you've seen certain people elsewhere. And so like as a kid I was like, oh my god, like I had made that connection. I was like, oh my god, like I'll probably see him around somewhere like while we're here, probably at like Disney World or something like that or whatever. And and sorry, I just got a text message. But yeah, it was just he was my favorite. So that was my first plane ride. And then going back, we had to sit next to this old ass man. He wasn't old, but like he was like probably like 30, so which means that now he's probably like 50
Or dead.
or dead.
I'm
And
so sorry.
let's hope he's not. I hope you're having a prosperous life, young man. Well, you're not young
Old
anymore.
man.
Old man. He was like 30 something though, and he looked like he was in his 30s, but he was white, so like you know how white people
You're
age.
natural.
You know the spoiled milk. You know how cheese ages. Ooh. Anyways. So yeah, and then he like, and then on the flight back, he like wouldn't move his legs. So like anytime me and my sister had to get up to go to the bathroom, like we like very like easily like shimmied over him
You should have just
as
crawled
not
over
to like disturb him. He was annoying. He was really annoying. And then he was like, we even told him, we were like, oh, like, do you want the window seat? He's like, oh, no, you kids have it. And we were like, okay, well, like, we're not trying to crawl over you. And then, like, now looking back, I'm kind of glad because I'm like, I also would not want him crawling over me. So if he did, I'd punch him in his gut. Bop. Bip, bop, boo. Yep. What's your first plane ride?
I think mine was around the same age, like 8 or 7 or something, and it was terrible because I got sick literally the night before we were supposed to leave. Like I think I got the stomach flu, so I threw up all night, and then we had to go on a plane to New York to see my stepdad's family, whom I did not like any of them. Okay. And I was miserable the whole time. I was sick and I didn't like any of them. And I was like, I just want to go home. This would be cool if I wasn't sick. And then when we were coming home, 3 of the plane rides home got delayed.
That happened to us a few years ago when we went to Vegas and we were coming back. Granted, that was around Christmas time, but still,
Ours was in the summer.
Literally, we were at the airport for like a good like 5 or 6 extra hours because like the flights like kept getting delayed. The one that was coming, I think it was like a nonstop flight from Denver to Vegas, and I think they were just like super behind for some reason here in Denver. Not like it was snowing or anything, which I don't even think it was. I'm pretty certain it wasn't. And so like we were just sitting there, like we were chilling, and then like they had to like I guess what ended up happening was like the plane wasn't working, so then they had to find a pilot to fly an empty plane to Vegas to fly it back to Denver with us on it, with like all the people on it, and everyone was just like, "Are you serious?" But I just remember sitting in that airport bored as hell, and I was on my Kindle, and I was like, I can only play so many games so many times before like I'm ready to knock somebody to hell out. So,
dude, the first time, I think it was just canceled, so we had to stay another night. And we were leaving. Again, they brought us to the airport. They, like, stayed with us as they told us, like, it's canceled. So we had to go back with them. I immediately start bawling. And my mom, I made up a lie. I was like, I just miss my grandma. Like, I miss my grandma. And that's what my mom said. She was like, she's just tired. She doesn't feel good. And then, even though it was because I hated all of them.
You lie a lot as a child. Jesus Christ.
I did.
You're
I
like,
couldn't
she
say.
said, I made up a lie. She said, not as bad as the one about me being adopted.
I couldn't say, like, oh, I don't want to be with you people anymore.
You could have said it.
No, I mean, technically, they weren't my family. But still,
So you could have said it.
Literally, I think the next day when we were going to the airport, I got in a fight with one of them because they were making me mad, and I was like, I'm not gonna see you people again, so I can go off right now because I'm going home.
She said, I'm never coming back here.
But
If I ever come back here, I will never see you.
But then again, here's my karma, because as soon as we got there, they're like, yeah, your flights will be fine. And then we went, and then it got delayed a couple hours. I was like, this is my karma, huh? Y'all playing me. And I'm still sick the whole time.
God was like, try again, little bitch.
But yeah.
The first time, honestly, okay, so for me, I've never gotten the stomach flu before getting on a flight. I've never experienced that. But
You don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to. But one time, so when I was in high school, we went to my choir teacher. We like raised money to go to Disneyland. Is that the one that's in California? Oh my God, I got them right for once in my life. I always mix them up. And we had to like sell chocolate. We raised money so that way our honors choir class, and it was all girls in this class, and me, the one gay kid, flips my weave, and so I was so excited the day before. I get really excited to go on planes. I don't know why. I think I just really like being at the airport for some reason. I love the idea of like flying on a plane, even though it's like always like kind of a little bit scary, right?
Even though it's terrible.
Like low-key really terrible, really loud too, but like
They're so loud. I don't
understand.
Can we fix that, please?
Can we fix that?
Like, I get we're going really fast in the air, but like, come on. I can't even hear the music in my headphones. You gotta blast it to hear it on a plane.
Oh, for real, yeah. And I'll get there. I was so excited that like we had to be at the airport at like 4 o'clock it was like we had to be there at 6. I was up at 4 to get ready, to finish getting ready, to leave the house by 5, like roughly about 5:30ish, and then to meet our teacher there. So I got there, I'm ready, I'm Gucci, I'm chilling. And mind you, it's like March, and so like we're still in winter, and it had just snowed, so it's freezing cold outside. I low-key did not want to go outside. Anyways, not the point. We enjoyed our time. When we were coming back, though, that flight, again, they're loud, and I had my Kindle, I had my phone, I was listening to music, I was sitting next to this couple, because they were like, oh, it's gonna be like a really like empty flight, and then I'm sitting by myself, there's literally like a bunch of other empty seats, and this couple decides, oh, I'm gonna sit right next to the kid who's sitting by himself. No, get the away from me. Not the point. Anyways, at one point I had to go pee really, really bad. I decided to just hold it the entire flight, because I was like, Jesus Christ, are we okay?
I don't know.
I
Was on a fight.
Huh? We didn't get in a fight. We did. We were boxing.
We got in a fight, guys.
I threw her ass out the window.
Yeah, that's where I got this bruise.
And there's also one on her eye too. That's where that one came from.
He scratched me.
I scratched her. No regrets.
No rugrats is what it sounded
No
like.
regrets. So yeah, I'm like listening to the music on my Kindle and like on my phone. I have it like blasted, and then like and I'm like falling asleep, and then I realized I had to pee, and it was really bad. I don't know why I told this story other than the fact that it has to do with flying and planes and shit. So there's that.
Have fun.
First YouTuber you subscribe to that you know of. Oop. I think mine was Jenna no, I think mine was Ryan Higa.
Oh,
I think that might have been my first one. But I unsubscribed to him after like a year, so then I'm gonna consider Jenna Marbles my first real one.
I think mine was Our Second Life.
Oh my god, bro! Wait, I love O2L.
Because what I did, because I'm a dumbass.
Wait, I had a huge crush on Sam. And
Me
he just got
too?
married. He didn't just get married. He got married, and then they got divorced.
They did?
Wait, you didn't know?
No. Oh wait,
bro,
no.
There's a whole video on it.
I remember that.
Yeah, I remember when O2 ended. Ugh, these are sad memories. Why did you bring this up, you motherfucker? F you.
I'm sorry.
Yours was O2L though.
Yeah.
I love that. I miss O2L. I remember everybody when I was in middle school. Everybody watched Dan and Phil.
I never watched them.
I never watched them either. I could never
the
get
British people, the British YouTubers. I can't get down with them really.
I couldn't get it. People were and still are obsessed with PewDiePie. I still can't. I
like PewDiePie.
I can't even watch PewDiePie. I don't know. There's a YouTuber named. Okay, I'm not a huge gamer channel person human. There's a channel named Captain Sparkles. Love Captain Sparkles, and then the other one is Vanos Gaming. Between those two, I could literally watch those for hours. And then there was another guy who used to do he used to play Skyrim, and he would always upload the funny moments from it, and I lived for those videos. Like, I'm not kidding. That was my entire probably 7th, 8th, and freshman year of high school. That's all I ever watched aside from Jenna Marbles. But that was, wow, what a time to be alive. Let's go back.
What a time.
My first boyfriend or girlfriend. Well, we know yours. It's Damien.
My boyfriend now. That's sad.
That's cute. I don't even know where to start. So I've technically had a few.
He gets around.
I got around. So the first one my first technically real boyfriend that I had was when I went to my second high school, my sophomore year. So not the all boys school. So my sophomore year, my first semester, I went to a different high school. And that is where I met this really cute guy, or so I thought, and really nice guy, and also, or so I thought, named, for the purpose of this story, we'll call him George. And so George was really sweet. George also had he had recently broken up with his boyfriend.
Person thing.
No, I'm kind of trying to come up with a name.
Does he come back up?
Yes.
Jorge.
George
That's
and
the same
Jorge
name.
are the exact same thing. How about
Phil.
George and Phil? That works. Okay. She said, Jorge. Like,
I didn't even.
ooh, what if we don't do that?
I didn't make the connection.
You're like, George and Jorge, they're the same person. He dated himself and broke up with himself to get with me. So yeah, so George and Phil were together. They broke up, and then me and George got together, and we dated for probably like a good maybe 2-3 weeks, which I would still consider dating. I like, we held hands. We never kissed or anything. Not that I don't remember. I don't think we did though.
Oh my God.
And then only come to find out, he broke up with me, and he was like, I just need to like. George and Phil had a messy-ish breakup, and he was like, I just need, and then after like 2.5 weeks of us being together, he was just like, I just need to like repair, I don't think I'm ready for a relationship. I just need to like repair an old friendship, blah 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 blah. And I was like, okay, like understandable. He's like, yes, like because of that, like I don't really think I want to be dating right now. I'm like, no, like that's understandable.
You
Like
look
I got you.
cool.
Like do you, boo. A week later,
Ooh.
after we broke up, here comes George and Phil back together. That was the friend that he needed to solve issues and problems with. And I was like, apparently they rekindled, and I was livid. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm like, if you wanted to get back with your ex, that's all you had to say. And I also would have understood that. I wouldn't have been super happy about it, but I would have been like, okay, like whatever. Like
fair point. I saw this coming.
But I saw this guy. Who would want to date me? I wouldn't want to date me either. No, I'm just kidding. But so there's
My
that.
heart.
But that was technically like my first real boyfriend, but he was whack. And every guy after that
AF.
low-key cheated on me, so.
They're all so whack AF.
We're whack. They are we're whack. They are
like,
whack.
we are
AF.
not whack.
We are not. First celebrity crush.
Oh.
Mine, okay, this was before I realized I was gay. I had a huge crush on Carmen Cortez from Spy Kids. I could not remember.
Vega?
Yeah, I could not. I'm like, I don't know what her real name is for some reason. I can't think of it. I'm like, but I know her character name. I had a
You
huge
knew her
crush.
full name.
Carmen Alexa something Cortez. Carmen Yvette something. I don't remember. Whatever. Screw it. And then there's Junie Rodrigo something Cortez.
He's really trying to figure it out.
There's a scene where they say their full
I
names
know.
and I can't remember. But yeah, she was technically my first female crush.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was Ariana Grande. And then when I finally realized I was gay and like I was okay with me being gay because I was like, scared to come out and shit. I think my first male crush was you go. I need to think about who my first male crush was. I can't remember who it was.
Dude, I've been sitting here trying to figure it out the whole time. Ew, what is that face?
I just got another. I keep getting emails. I'm famous. People want to work with me. I want to be famous.
Mine. The first person I can think of is Nick Jonas. Because, Jonas Brothers. I'm gonna die. I'm trying to think if there was, because I feel like there was one before. Nick Jonas.
I remember I did have a crush on one of the guys from the Naked Brothers band.
Oh my God, Nat Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
That's the one.
he's so fucking hot, bro.
I hate it. What's her name? Rosalina?
Oh, fucking ass. I want to see what he looks like. Nat and Alex Wolf.
Alex looks really different.
Oof. But Nat
He still
still looks fine. Damn, that's a man. Anyways, I think the first like real male crush I can truly remember, because I can't remember like my actual first one. So I'll just say that these two are my first ones are Dylan O'Brien and Tyler Posey. Whoa. Oh, and Tyler Hoechlin. Oh, wow.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, have you ever seen Teen Wolf?
No. Is he in the show?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I had crushes on all three of them. I was like,
Dylan and Cole Sprouse.
You?
Zach and Cody, yeah.
Ma'am.
I did.
They literally are copy paste. So you gotta. I see why now. You said I have a crush on one. I have to have a crush on the other.
Well,
They're
I like
identical.
Dylan more.
I also like. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I also like Dylan more.
But Cole Sprouse now.
But Cole Sprouse, no. Dylan was really cute back in his heyday.
Back in the day.
But Cole now in his heyday, he is in his current heyday, he is wow.
I'm
Pop
trying to
Molly, I'm
think.
sweating. Who?
Like, if they had any other ones.
I don't think I had any other ones.
Yeah, I don't have any other ones.
Oh.
Ooh.
What was your first cell phone? When did you get your first cell phone?
The 6th grade, and it was like those slidey ones, not a sidekick.
I had a flip phone, and mine was also in 6th grade. I got mine for Christmas, I think.
I got mine because I think it was around Christmas, but I got mine because we were gonna start walking home and staying home alone after school, so we needed a phone. And
Your mom said, "Take this." Enjoy
she
it.
told me, she was like, "You're not allowed to text." And so I thought, dumbass kid, I'm like, I'm gonna text, but I'm gonna delete the text so she doesn't know I'm texting. Come to find out, you can see it when you get the bill. Hey, I didn't know that. And she was like, "I told you not to be texting, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, okay, fair point. I won't do it again. I kept doing it. And then she just gave in to me texting.
She's like, "All right, fine."
She's like, "Oh, I guess."
I used to text a lot in middle school. I used to do like role play texts with like some of my friends, and so me and one of my friends, we'll call her.
Did you almost say her name?
Yeah, so I had
Margaret.
Margaret. I hate that name, but low-key it's kind of fitting. So me and Margaret were like really good friends. For those of y'all who don't know what yaoi is like gay anime porn, technically. In some ways, I think. If I'm wrong, let me know. Anyways, me and her would like text, and like we lived in like this giganto house, right, with like all these other like anime characters, with actually not even anime characters. What's that game you always play on your freaking PlayStation? Kingdom Hearts. Final Destination. Jaden.
I think maybe you're thinking of Final Fantasy.
I think that is my Kingdom Hearts. There's like characters. I don't remember all their names. Okay, it's quite a few years, and we would like. I had like love interests with like one or two of them. She had love interests with some of them. Some of them had love interests with each other. Like people were pregnant.
Cute.
It was. Bro, I'm pretty sure like if we didn't have unlimited texting, my mother's bill for texting would have been through the roof during those years.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that was a good time.
It's at 6. It's at 6.
Oh, it's at 6. Okay, this will be the last one. We'll do 2 more. Okay. What was your first job?
Roadhouse.
Same. Oh no, it
I
wasn't.
was like, no, it wasn't.
It was a generation teacher. I don't know why I said same so quickly.
I just wanted to relate.
My first sexual experience.
Me first? Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
With last April.
Oh, I thought you were say last night, and I was like, "Oh, Joanna, that is a lie because you have told me different things."
Last April with my first boyfriend.
Oh,
that's it.
With you say first boyfriend like
Damien,
you guys broke up.
Damien, my boyfriend.
And with her.
Who was my first boyfriend? Who is?
He is.
I'm digging a hole.
Mine was. Oh, are we
Ooh.
talking like actual like?
Let's go back.
Are we talking penetration? Are we talking like any form of
I
sexual?
think it's just any form.
Oh, then, let's just. Let's just say freshman year on a field trip. Anyways, I'm not gonna talk about what happened, but just know that I gave him the Gok 9000.
Next one.
Wait, that was. Oh wait. Oh, I thought that was the last one. Wait, we can do one more. My first YouTube video. When is that gonna be, Joanna?
Ooh, I'm gonna figure that out.
Joanna has a YouTube channel coming. YouTube.com/Joanna Calderon.
Yes.
But she won't be able to have that actual link until she has 100 subscribers.
I was
I
gonna
know.
say something
Kinda
that I
whack.
can't say now.
My first video was
Oh my god. Oh my
was
god.
like 5 years ago. Oh, did you see on my channel I like deleted all my old videos?
No. You did? Why?
Yeah. I didn't delete. I just privated them.
Mm.
I'll tell you why after the podcast. I don't want anybody to steal my tactics. So yeah. Anyways, now it is time for public HR meetings. That was really
I like
graceful.
that.
That was really nice.
That is
We're
the
never
new
gonna be able
intro.
to recreate that.
No, but we're gonna try.
We're gonna try. Next time we're like, now it's time for public HR meetings. We're just gonna screw it up.
Is it your turn? I had it last week, right?
Did you?
I think so.
Okay, yeah, then it is my turn. I guess. I don't know.
We're just gonna
We're
guess
just
every
We're
time
just
now.
gonna guess now. Hi, welcome to the meeting. Hi.
Hi.
I live in the area, and
Same.
oh, just look, high five. We haven't high fived this episode. This is the first high five. Give me 2 more. We need to get at least 3 in.
Didn't have
My voice cried.
Well, hot and vibing.
So, I don't have any issues. But I do have lots of praise. No, not a lot. It's just like one thing. So
shoot me down.
You got a new laptop, right?
I did.
And you were forced to have to try to kind of work with iMovie, and you struggled with that for a little bit. And
Sure did.
I sure did.
I sure did.
And you struggled a little bit, and then I recommended Filmora. You said, "No, ma'am," and I said, and now I'm like, understandable.
You see.
And you still were able to edit the video and get it up, and I just want to thank you. You're so amazing, so talented. Did you like that little twerk moment I did at the end of this week's video? You like it?
Did it? Actually, I'm just kidding.
Okay, look, but here's the tea though.
It was funny.
It was. I literally was just like in such a good mood, and I was like, I just need to twerk, and I did.
And I did.
And I did. No
And
regrets.
you did that.
No regrets. So thank you for coming to HR meeting today. We really appreciate you coming. You won't be getting fired anytime soon.
I better not.
I better not. You sound like the
girl.
girl. Have you seen? Have you seen those TikToks of the girl who like pretends to be like the manager of like a tanning salon?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll show you them after this.
Okay.
But yeah, so that is this episode with our first lots of talking.
If you want more of the first times, let us know.
And if you don't want more of the first times,
Don't
jump off
say
a cliff.
anything.
Oh, that's a lot nicer.
It is. It is.
I'm gonna go jump off a cliff. Going to jump off a cliff. Gonna get that tattooed on my body, on my finger.
Cute.
But only like in the letters, like H2GKMO, but G2JOAC.
We're not gonna dissect that right now. Anywho.
Is it right?
I don't know. I'm not trying to figure out right now. Thank you for
Yeah, that's
tuning
right.
in.
All right. We love you, and we will see you.
do.
We love you, listeners. Thank you for your support this week again.
Thank you.
And we will see you next week. Well, I won't see you. Anyways.
You'll see us.
Yes, you'll see us.
On the YouTube.
Next week. Oh my god. Next week is the fun one.
Next week is spooky. Okay, it's about
Spooky
end.
season, bitch. Okay. All right. We love you. Okay. See you later next week. Okay. Bye.
Bye.